Hey guys, welcome to Let's Play Alliance, and today I'm going to be reviewing the HTC Vive. The HTC Vive is a virtual reality system that now costs $500 on Amazon. It comes with 2 motion controllers and supports Xbox controllers and tracking devices as well. Its trackers must be mounted into the wall or put on high tripods and plugged into the wall at all times. The headset itself uses one USB 3.0 cable and one HDMI 2.0 or DisplayPort 1.2 cable. It has an extension box, so if you pull the cable too hard, it won't tug on the graphics card in your PC, instead tugging to a connection box. The cord itself on the HTC Vive is rather long, which is very nice, but flimsy in nature since it has all 3 cords, power, USB, and HDMI, all going through one cable. Over time, this cable will become floppy and will probably break quickly. The replacement cable is $30 on Amazon, so that is not the biggest problem. Inside of the VR headset, there is a IPD adjustment, which lets you choose how far your eyes are apart. And that's a good thing because then it lets you, if you're wide-eyed or normal-eyed or narrow-eyed, it allows you to have clear images when your eyes are converging on something. The problem is that the field of view, your peripheral vision, is completely cut off. It's like you're wearing ski goggles. The tracking on this is almost flawless. When you go closer to one tracker than the other, and go out of one tracker's range, it starts to get a bit jittery, but other than that, it is pretty much flawless. I haven't had any problems during games where tracking suddenly lost unless the controllers run out of batteries. The controllers are powered by rechargeable lithium-ion batteries, which can be recharged by USB micro. The USB micro cable is a nice concept, but the problem is that you cannot replace the batteries quickly like you could in the Oculus controllers, which allowed you to quickly resume playing, even when the batteries were dead. In seated down mode for the HTC Vive, at the beginning you must look forward to make the game play properly, which is a minor annoyance in an otherwise perfect experience in the seated. Seated down experience, you always use the Xbox controller, and if you're familiar with the controller, then that should not be a problem for all the button mapping. The HTC Vive's resolution is a bit to get used to at first. It looks like you're looking at a 720 display up close, like really close to your eye. The problem with this is it makes this thing called a screen door effect, like you're looking through a screen door towards your backyard or something. It causes these black crosses to appear, but you can mitigate this somewhat by super sampling the game. In other words, if you have a powerful enough graphics card, it will let you effectively overclock your graphics and scrunch them down to the size of the screen to make them smoother, effectively disabling the entire need for anti-aliasing in the game. Reprojection. Alright, so if your computer's not powerful enough to process some sort of game, then reprojection happens. Your remote will look jittery. But they recently implemented a thing called motion smoothing. Motion smoothing lets you basically play the game smoothly, and with each update it's getting better and better, but every once in a while you do see artifacts like the jitteriness or menus like melting because it makes fake frames in between the real frames and cuts the frame rate to 45 FPS so that it's less harsh on your system. The included audio strap is absolutely terrible. You have to put in your own headphones, put it in your own cable, which is another cable to deal with, and you should just not deal with it. You should splurge $100 and get the deluxe audio strap. Deluxe audio strap makes it a one and done deal. All you have to do is tighten or loosen the back thing and make sure the top strap is seated properly, and you're good to go. The audio quality from the inbuilt headphones is quite astonishing. You don't need to worry about volume much in VR because if you set it at 100%, most games are made to run at that volume. Some games, however, are too loud and you must turn the volume down so that you don't blow your eardrums out. The HTC Vive overall is a very interesting thing. It lets you feel like you're there, pretty much. As you've seen with my previous horror videos, people really get scared. They think they're there, especially Mock. And so, the number one issue with the VR headset is people throwing it or taking it off too suddenly. Make sure if you have friends and you're gonna get this, they don't throw it. Alright, another problem for some people could be minimum specifications. So minimum specifications are a last generation i5 or a Ryzen R5, a GTX 1060 minimum or RX 480, and 8 gigabytes of RAM. Now most people have 8 gigabytes of RAM and a last generation processor, but you're gonna need the graphics power for this because it drains graphics power like a madman. So you're gonna need that. Otherwise you're gonna be jittering all over the place with reprojection and motion smoothing. And you do not want that. So also about the realism, the controllers support vibration, and that's really nice because then if you're like picking something up, it's really cool. A problem that I see with the controllers also is if you have too short of a ceiling. So if you have too short of a ceiling, your arms can touch the ceiling while they're holding the controllers. Don't do overhand throws, or otherwise you might find the top half of the controller flying across the room. Believe me, I was worried that happened a few times, even though it did not. One of my controllers looks partially busted up. I mean, take a look at this. This controller right here. Look at that. You see that ridge? That ridge is not normal. It means that it has hit the ceiling a few times and it creaks. So you do not want to do that with your controllers, believe me. So overall, what I say, is it worth it? To me, yes. To me, a crazy tech nerd, yes. It allows me to have some very interesting experiences with my friends. It allows me to have more fun with video games, makes horror games scarier, and under certain circumstances with mods, you can make normal games run in VR. It's quite absurd. You can make Doom 3 run perfectly in VR. It's crazy. You can make... Somebody made a remake of Silent Hills PT for VR, and it works really well. If there's one genre you come into VR for, it's either going to be action or horror. Because horror games in VR are the home of horror games. Don't believe me? Look up Dread Halls.
Go back, go back, go back.
Oh, Jesus!
Run!
Run! Why did I press
Run! Run!
The right trigger, hold down the right trigger.
I got it.
Onwards!
I'm going as fast as I can,
Your fucking light!
Oh, there goes your light!
Oh, shit.
Hold Y. Look at the lamp.
Press A.
No, just look at the lamp.
I am! Oh, fuck! Oh, fuck! Run!
Get out of the frickin' menu, go!
Run!
Run, you idiot!
Fuck! Fuck!
Run! She makes shadows, she makes shadows.
Run! In here!
Into the door, into the door. Open it,
Close it! Close it! Close it!
close it. Get out of there! Open! Get out of there!
Oh, fucking hell, Mike. Oh, fucking...
Oh my god! Why? 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 Why?
I'll give you a notification right here. There's a video where one of my friends is playing Dread Halls. You'll see what I mean. Anyway, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this new kind of video. I will have Amazon links in the description to everything I have mentioned. Or at least the headset and the controllers. And the deluxe audio strap. And I will see you guys in the next video. Have a great day. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Let's Play Alliance. Don't sprint everywhere. Save your stamina. I sprint down long hallways only.
The brain that causes pain. I'm gonna feel the brain again.
What? Whoa, what's going on? Get out of there!
I'm trying!
What is that?
Oh god.
I haven't seen that before. What is it?
Oh god. Oh shit. No.
What is it? Whoa!
Oh my god! I'm trying to leave! Your soul wiggles in agony. Read over.
No, Mom, no! Oh, you idiot. The headphones. No, it's not. It's a dangle.
Well, at least it didn't destroy your headset this time.
Yeah, but you might have destroyed the headphone jacking.